What's going on, guys? It's your boy Alex. Let's see if I can get my camera work. There's a camera working. All right, 1 second. Gotta do it the old-fashioned. There we go. Oh, okay. My phone died, so I don't have any way of controlling the lights in my office, which is freaking hilarious. All right. So, howdy everyone. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to be playing Battlefield 4 tonight. And while I play it, I'm also going to talk about my thoughts about the Battlefield 2042 open beta, which that was a thing that happened over the weekend, or wrapped up over the weekend, I should say. And I had a lot of thoughts about it. And one of the things that's really stood out to me is just like how divided the community's been about it. And I don't know. I think it's an interesting conversation. So let's get into the game, and then we'll talk about Battlefield stuff. I can't believe I have a webcam. Hey, what's up, Raja? Sorry if I just mispronounced your name. I'm an idiot. But welcome to the stream. Webcam for the. There we go. I'm in your mom's house. That's where I'm at. I'm in your mom's house, bro. And just a pro tip, if you're looking for the music that I'm listening to on the stream, it's backingtrack.gg. Great royalty-free music service. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Multiplayer. What the heck game mode filters do I have enabled? I am not telling you my number. You're very creepy, and I'm about 3 seconds away from banning you for asking for personally identifiable information in a live. Like, come on, bro. Tell me where you live. Oh my god, you're banned, bro. All right, now that weird creepy dude has been banned from the experience, let's get back to the server browser. Dead dudes in the house. Okay. Dude, what is up with the server queues? No, do not join hardcore server. That's a bad idea. Okay, cool. We got into the server I originally planned. Okay, phone is charging finally. There we go. Okay. All right. Turn this game down a little. My head. Oh crap! I've screwed up. That's one way to start playing the game. So, Battlefield Beta. So I think a lot of people, obviously, were very unhappy with the state of the beta. And I think that was largely due to the fact that, like, have you ever had that experience where you have, like, a really good idea and you go up to your friend, like, dude, man, listen, I got a great idea, right? You're not going to believe it. Oh, he's dead. And you start explaining that idea, and you can just tell, like, immediately, like, right off the bat, like, your friend is not getting the idea whatsoever. Like, the look in their eyes is just like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever been forced to listen to in my life. And I think that happens all the time in game design or game development. What? This man just spammed me through a hill. It happens all the time in game design where a developer will have an idea and they'll start communicating that idea with the game, right? Like, they'll launch a game in early access or something like that, and it just doesn't connect with the players. Like, they could be creating the greatest game ever, and for whatever... Oh my god, can I get a spawn that doesn't result in me immediately getting killed? That would be great. Also, why am I dropping frames? What the heck? Settings, stream. Not even recording, bro. Whatever. Deal with it. Deal with it. So, like, you know, you'll, like, hop into, like, let's say you buy an early access game, right? And you start playing it, and you're like, I thought this was going to be great, and it's dumb, and I don't like it, and it doesn't make sense, and it doesn't work. I don't understand what's going on, right? And a lot of times, it's really just a breakdown of communication, right? Like, the developer's intent with the game isn't clear based on the experience you're having with it. Ooh, that was a good kill. And that happens all the time with demos and betas and early access games. And I'm sure it's something you've experienced. Like, you know, pick a game that you played in early access that just didn't meet your expectations for it. I'm sure you've played bunches of games like that. And ultimately, I think the beta for Battlefield 2042 was in a very similar situation, right? DICE has very clear design goals and stuff that they want to achieve with the game. And it's a very big and complex game. They're developing it in a pandemic. You know, there's lots of external factors preventing them from maybe working on it as fast or as well as they normally would. And so when it came time for that beta, they were like, this is what we've got ready that's playable. And unfortunately, what they were able to get ready in time for the beta just wasn't a good representation of the final product, or good enough representation of the final product for players to be on board with it. And where is he? Dude, this guy is invisible. Just throw a random grenade in his general direction. I think my teammate got him. And I think a lot of the division we're seeing in the beta is down to DICE not having a finished product for players to experience as a beta. And there's a precedent for betas these days being basically glorified demos, right? Like, how many games have you played in beta where it was like basically the final product? You know, maybe performance get a little more optimized or some bugs get fixed, whatever. But by and large, you know, the beta experience was the launch experience, and it was really just like a marketing gimmick for the devs to go, hey, look at our game, this is how it plays, blah, 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 have fun, right? And I think because of the conditions that 2042 is being made in, you know, the pandemic, working from home, Sweden as a country, you know, their government is absolutely failing the COVID response, like that sort of stuff. I think there was a lot of external forces at play that prevented DICE from achieving this sort of beta experience players really needed out of what they were playing, right? Like to really give good feedback, you need to play an experience that represents more or less the final product, and that's not what the beta was. And I think that's a huge part of why the I think it's a huge part of why the conversation has been so sour regarding the 2042 beta. And I have a lot of thoughts about it. You know, I have a lot of specific opinions and things that I think about the beta. And I think a lot of them are trying to see through the beta jank and you know, understand the real intent that DICE were going into with developing. I'll be right back, guys. Un momento. Back, boys. Where was I? Sorry, I had to deal with baby stuff. So 2042 beta. I think right off the bat, like, things that are very obviously going to be finished on release that people have made a big deal about for the stuff I was talking about earlier with, like, you know, breakdown of communication. The UI is very clearly, like, unfinished, right? Like, it's not... Those menus were, like, placeholder, blah, blah, blah. I'm like out of breath. Oh, fuck, you got in the vehicle. Damn it. I haven't sniped in this game in ages. But, like, you know, the menus are a placeholder. Oh, come on. Give me one kill, bro. And I think a lot of players got really hung up on the UI, particularly the in-game HUD, because it was so placeholder that it was actually hard to judge DICE's, you know, final intent with their UI design. And I also think that past Battlefield games have had very questionable UIs. Like Battlefield 5, the menu design in that game is atrocious, right? It is like, it has so many janky, disparate elements to it. Oh god, that's a tank. And I think if you're a player that like played Battlefield 5 at launch, you knew like, oh man, like DICE can really miss the mark when it comes to this stuff. And if it doesn't look good in that beta, there's a high probability that it's not going to look great at launch. And personally, I actually really liked the beta UI in some ways. Like the bottom third of the in-game HUD, like the weapon tray and the mini map and stuff, I thought looked really good. The compass rose coming up when you, or the compass coming up when you ADS'd, I thought that was a nice touch. But it also lacked like a lot of the dynamic elements that the Battlefield hoods typically have, like the weapon tray folding up into itself when you've been idle for a while. The minimap is like very graphic, and the minimap in most Battlefield games, like, you know, obviously Battlefield 4 is very like it's much more like a, oh, damn it, I was gonna snipe that dude. It's like much more of a photograph of the overhead view of the map, right? And it's like one of those things where I think as a player who's just playing the game to play it, the beta UI functioned, but I think it was very clearly placeholder and broken in a lot of ways. I had 4 kills, hell yeah, bro. And I think that's part of why players were so off-put by it, because it was so hard to judge. And I think that's kind of the ultimate story of this past beta, is that it's so hard to judge based on the experience we had access to, that having a real opinion is really challenging. And let me pull my list of talking that I wanted to hit. So another thing was weapon balance, right? A lot of people were like, the sniper rifle sucked. The Magnum was the best sniper rifle in the game. The M5 had no recoil, stuff like that. And ultimately, like, I thought that the weapons were kind of all over the place in terms of balance and quality, but that like the core mechanics of the weapons were really interesting. Like the oh god, I hate this map. The plus system. I have thought every game with a loadout system should have that exact system. Ever since Crisis came out, I was like, every game should have this. Oh, greetings to Australia from America, my dude. Welcome. Glad of you to join us from the land down under, my guy. Hope no dingoes are assaulting your small children, and I hope the plague that is your prime minister is not adversely affecting your life. Oh. Good timing. Unfortunately, guys, I have to take a quick break to go grab a bottle for my kid. I will return momentarily. I am looking for a button to hide my camera, and I had not set one up, so you're just going to get to look at this while I play sick tunes.
Listen up. Objective Echo is now under our control. We have control of Objective Alpha. We advise we just neutralize Objective Charlie.
I'm back.
Objective Alpha.
Okay. Yeah, you're never gonna know, dude. It's just never gonna happen. I'm sorry. It's not the stream, dude. Wait, is there just a helicopter just sitting in the spawn for me? Oh, how? Oh. No, you bastard! Don't you fucking take off!
Objective Alpha is now under our control.
Actually, fuck this. I'm taking the assault helicopter, dude. Let's go. Let's go, nerds. I don't have my keybind set up. But yeah, the weapon balance, like, in 2042, I think the plus system is going to be like a huge differentiating factor between past Battlefield games. Like, I think the weapon balance seemed pretty much on par. Get wrecked, nerd. Seemed pretty much on par with like Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 3. Where, like, you know, the assault rifles kind of dominated to a certain extent. What's my... Is it a tow? Yeah, I think it's a tow missile is my secondary. You know, the assault rifles are kind of going to dominate at all ranges, blah, blah, blah. But I think the plus system is, like, the key innovation that's going to make Battlefield 2042 fun to play. Because... And this is part of, like, my general, like, why I like Battlefield 2042 and the changes it's making is that part of the problem with past Battlefield games is that you'll get into a situation where you survived the fight you equipped a specific loadout for, and then you're at a disadvantage because you found yourself in a new engagement range or something. What the hell is locking? Oh, it's another helicopter. Shoot this motherfucker, bro. Bro, could you hit? Thank you. And having the plus system just open up your ability to change weapons on the fly is so exactly what Battlefield is about, in my opinion. People constantly harp on, like, Battlefield is supposed to be this tactical shooter where your decisions before you spawn have meaningful consequences, blah blah. I don't disagree. I don't think that's entirely inaccurate, but at the same time, I disagree that like it means the weapons have to be the same when you spawn in and then you go to a different engagement zone or area or range or something, and you know the needs of your kit change. That's such horseshit to me. Battlefield is all about experimenting and doing fun, crazy shit, and I'm gonna get killed because I am overextending. God damn it! I hate the AA tank in this game. But I think the plus system's good, and I think it's impossible to judge how the weapons are gonna feel based on the beta experience, just because there was 10 of them, and one of them, the sniper rifle, was basically outclassed by a pistol, right? Like, they're like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like there's an obvious, like, hey Dice, this is a problem. How did you not catch this sort of deal? But at the same time, I don't think everything about this beta was intentional. Like, I don't think they were like, hey, yeah, so this is the sniper rifle, and the balance for it that we've chosen represents the final product. I think it was, hey, we got this sniper rifle working in time for the beta, and it's the only one that works. Let's use that one. So weapon mounts, you know, whatever. Map design was another one where I think DICE actually nailed the experience in the beta, and a lot of people were probably going to disagree with that. They probably feel like the map is too open or didn't have enough going on, blah blah blah. There is someone. Oh, it's the tank. There's someone over here though. I'm getting sniped at. But like I thought Orbital was a great map, and I really liked how it had pockets of engagement. And okay, I do have C4. And like you could like go to a different area of the map and it would be a completely different kind of engagement and experience, and like I had absolutely no trouble whatsoever finding Squeeze me? I had absolutely no trouble in the beta finding you know, action. It was like I would spawn in and just go to an objective and there would be 10 dudes to kill. Like, and that happened every time. This is the attack chopper respawn. Whatever, dude. Get up here. See you, bro. I'm trying to get behind their tank. So yeah, map design was pretty tight in my opinion. Should have just prioritized the target I could kill. How is it? What am I... Thank you, game. I swear to God. Listen. So the reason I'm live is because I was trying to record this as a video, and I just couldn't get it out in a way that would be concise in any meaningful way. And also, I didn't feel like editing it. Vehicle controls were another thing about the beta that everyone was like freaking out about. I saw some feedback that was basically like DICE have completely screwed it and they need to go back to the drawing board 100%, just scrap everything they've done. And I thought that was a little bit much. Oh, can I get this guy? He got blasted. It is very obvious to me that the beta was like the controls were beta, right? Like I saw today at Florian, one of the DICE devs, tweeting that basically they identified an issue with the way the mouse inputs are handled and fixed it for launch. And that's like, you know, a day after the beta's over, they had already fixed something. And I think that's indicative of good things. Oh, get domed, my guy. I think that's indicative of good things coming at launch. But like, you know, I had problems with the vehicle controls. Yeah, go live, dude. Screw it. Screw your production value. Like, I would be flying a helicopter in the beta, and holding W would also pitch the helicopter up. So, like, you would go forward and your nose would constantly be trying to point itself up. How is there just an attack helicopter always right over here? Are they going, like, around the dam? And so, like, that's, like, one of those things where I think people were judging the vehicle controls based on the inputs themselves not being functionally up to snuff with what DICE intend. Like, and I told DICE directly, like, hey, W makes vehicle go nose up that bad. Please fix. So I think they will. I think they'll fix it. Dude, how did that not rock that man's face? Okay. What is this guy doing? So I don't know. I actually, to be quite frank with you, I loved the vehicles in 2042. Particularly the attack helicopter. It just feels. Oh fuck! I meant to left click and I didn't left click. The attack helicopter felt so good when I was getting kills with it. And I liked that even though you had like a bajillion rockets, that like you couldn't just rocket the rooftop on B and get easy kills. Like you had to really be accurate. I'll join the chat in a minute, dude. Just let me get some snipes in. You had to be accurate with the rockets, and it's like, I think DICE really hit the nail on the head with what it feels like. Oh, they're camping on top of the dam. Oh, I'm gonna kill these guys. After I kill this camper, I will join the chat. I think they nailed it with like making people feel like a badass in an attack helicopter while not making them feel overpowered compared to everything else. Oh, I can't. I'm pretty sure this guy is. Yes, he's low enough. Oh, the suppression. The fuck? What the? There we go. There we go. Get fucked on, bro. Okay. I'm glad you brought that up because that's actually my next point. So specialists. Here's the deal, okay? I agree that the balance of the specialists in the beta was off the mark. Maria Falk, the healer, way overpowered for what her intended role in the battlefield is, right? Being able to heal and resupply herself made it so that she would never die. But I think there are issues with the specialists that people are conflating with just the nature of specialists that are really balance problems, right? The healer classes, or the healer specialists, shouldn't be able to take gadgets that also give them ammo. I don't know if DICE is going to change that or not. It seems like it's pretty integral to their philosophy regarding specialists. But if it's something they do change, it'll be for the better. And I think the Battlefield class structure is very rigid, and it's very anti-experimentation. I'm going after their AA tank, by the way. That's why I'm over here. And I think the plus system is the perfect example of the direction DICE are taking for 2042, and that's that they want players to have more freedom in every situation, right? Like if you go into a situation with an assault rifle where an SMG would be more useful, you can change it with the plus system. And likewise, I think they're doing the same thing with the class structure, where if you go into an engagement or you spawn in intending to do a specific thing, like take out a vehicle, and then you've completed that task, and now, okay, you just want to heal your teammates, they're giving you that option. And it's something they kind of experimented with in Battlefield 1 with the K bullets and snipers having like explosives and stuff, where like, you know, every class kind of felt like they had some viability in multiple situations. And I think they've taken it to an extreme. Yeah, no, I agree. But also, like, I think they've taken it to an extreme with 2042, and that's part of what players are upset about. It's not so much that specialists themselves are a bad idea. I think they're just classes with fancy names. But I think the bigger issue was that there was only 4 of them, right? So you're playing the beta, and you're like, okay, I've seen 20 Maria Falks, 20 McKays on the other team. And there's not a lot of team play. There's like clearly like 1 or 2 really good specialists and the others are garbage, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's a product that there only being 4 in the beta when there's going to be more than 10 at launch. And also that they weren't specifically balanced. What? You didn't sleep? Okay, give me like 2 minutes. Unfortunately, my child has decided not to go to sleep, and my wife would like to go to sleep, so I'm gonna help her to that end, which means I will have to cut the stream short. But I will be playing later tonight, Ice, if you want to join up and squat and have some fun. But yeah, ultimately I enjoyed the beta, and I think DICE have a lot of work to do if the beta represents where the game is at right now. But a lot of what I saw in the beta was stuff that wasn't necessarily a bad idea or too far away from, or, you know, too close to launch to get right. And I think the community by and large is freaking out over things that DICE are clearly aware of and have probably already fixed. And so ultimately I'm pretty enthused about the beta, and I'm sorry I have to cut the stream short, but my son literally will not go to sleep and I have to go deal with that. But if you guys are interested, I'm going to be streaming a lot more, so subscribe and stuff. And Ice, if you want to play some Battlefield or Siege or something, I'll be on in probably about half an hour, 45 minutes. I might stream again too, I don't know. But it's been real, and I will see you guys next time. Hopefully the next stream will be a little bit longer.